What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Wait, what is it? Oh. Memoir song. Original memoir. Betcha on land they understand, but they don't reprimand their daughters. It's close. They're so mean. So mean. Go where I put you. Okay. Oh my God, David, come on. But they don't reprimand their daughters. Bright young women. I'm going to give you a new assignment that you can start working on. It's not going to be due until Q2, but then you can either start working on that or get in any work that you haven't turned in. You've turned in everything in here, right?
Yeah.
I hope so. Can we please just get a president already? I am tired of waiting. Hello, folks. Bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand. David, Trinae, AJ, Marilyn, Victoria. Okay, so since this is not going to take long, Marilyn, I'm not going to put it up on the screen and you can just follow along. I'm sure it'll be easy to understand. I'm going to be giving you guys a new assignment today. It is not due in this quarter. It's due next Friday. Let me publish it real quick and then I'll share my screen and kind of go over it with you. So I was out yesterday. I was sick, and anytime you're sick these days, you gotta stay home and get a COVID test. So I did. I don't have it. I'm fine. I actually felt kind of okay yesterday. I probably could have come, but just with all these new precautions we have to take and everything, it's best not to. Okay. Style analysis. This is one of the reasons that we've been looking at some people's style. I mean, obviously we've looked at Frank McCourt's style throughout the whole book. We did the Hawthorne and Hemingway exercise and read both of their things. The love letters, we looked into their style. And it's all sort of leading towards this, the style analysis. Ugh, I have coffee grounds on my desk. Okay, so when you go into it, what you'll see is hopefully this links to 3 websites that give you a lot of options for short stories. You're going to be choosing a short story, and it can be any short story. I guess it could even be the ones that the Hawthorne or the Hemingway that we looked at. No reason it couldn't be, really. But if you look at these, the first one is 100 great short stories. Actually, it's more than 100. But if you click on any of them, what's one that I know and like? I like Desiree's Baby. It just takes you to a page that has the short story on it. So that's very nice. This second one, I think is the same. Yeah, it's like through the same website, but it's specifically 20 great American short stories. All of these are on that first list, if that is helpful. And then this third one shows the writers rather than the stories themselves, and you can go into one of them. So like, let's go into Hemingway. I'm trying to go into Hemingway. There we go. Oh, now where's the actual short stories? Maybe this does just show you who the writers are, but I don't know if that's even worth having a link to. I thought it was different. Poopy doop. Okay. Well, at any rate, you've got 3 links there that can help lead you to a short story. You're choosing any short story that you want. It can obviously be one that you have read in a different class before and you just liked or feel really familiar with. Or you might want to read something new, but you're going to really be like reading this closely and analyzing what the author is doing with their style. Because there are like certain questions that you're filling out, I just made it so that you can submit it on your own copy of this Google Doc, which I'm going to look at more closely right now. It says something on here twice, but I guess the other one's in Canvas. You're going to put the title of the short story. You can do a novel, but it's just so much more effort to poke through a whole novel. And the author. You're going to describe the author's tone with examples from the selection. So you're going to say like what you think their tone is, and then pull a couple of quotes from the text that you're looking at that exemplify that tone. You're going to look at their diction. Are the words mainly slang, informal, or formal? What impact does that have? And again, give examples. You have to give quotes on basically everything on this assignment. Are the words mainly denotative, meaning an exact meaning, or connotative, meaning there's like a suggested meaning, which I think we've talked about denotative and connotative when we looked at that list of the 55 words you should know for AP Lang. Give examples of that and what impact does that have? Are the words, basically, does this sound pretty or does it sound not pretty? Euphonious or cacophonous, and give examples of that. Then you're going to look at their sentence structure. Are the sentences short, medium or long? Does the sentence length fit the subject matter? For instance, some of you guys might not think that Hawthorne's sentence length fit his subject matter, like maybe he should have cut his sentences shorter. Is there a variety? Why is the sentence length effective? And then does the author tend to use simple, complex, compound, or compound complex sentences? And there's some examples there. Simple is obviously just an independent clause. Compound, a couple of independent plus dependent. Compound, and then complex being a combination of that. Does a pattern emerge among sentence beginnings? For instance, a lot of times you'll be reading a short story, and if it's like from a first person point of view, a lot of sentences will start with, I did this, or I said this, stuff like that. And then figurative language. Note that it says, find at least 3 of these. You don't have to do every single one here. But look for similes, metaphors, personification, hyperbole, oxymoron, irony, or allusions, and show examples of that, explain what kind of impact those had. So you're looking for all of those individual things, but you only have to find 3 of them. So obviously, somebody might not, I'm trying to think of like someone like Hemingway, who's pretty straightforward, might not use similes, but he might use hyperbole. So, you know, don't bother with simile, but definitely use hyperbole and describe that. So are there any questions about that assignment and what you're supposed to be doing? Okay, so what I'm gonna let you guys do today, if you noticed as I was showing you the page on Canvas, it's due next Friday, which is quarter 2. Quarter 1 will already be over by then. So for today, what I'm gonna have you guys do is, if you are totally caught up in this class, you don't have any zeros, you can go ahead and start working on this, start looking at some of these websites, seeing what story you might want to use, start reading your story. If you still have some zeros, then I'd prefer that you use this class today and turn in any stuff that you still have zeros for. A couple of you guys, some of you who sent me stuff over the last couple of days, I just looked at it and updated your grades. Some of that really helped you. I haven't finished going through my inbox, so if you still see a 0 on something that you sent me, don't stress out about it. But I actually have to get grades in Monday. I thought it would be after Tuesday, but it's not. So I have even less time. We all have less time to make things up than I thought. So if you want to leave the call and work independently on stuff, absolutely feel free to. I will be here the rest of the time in case you have any questions. But I'm going to go ahead and stop my video and mute myself, and y'all just holler at me if you need me.